Hello, and welcome back to another Minecraft Let's Play video with me, Elvin Dragon. So last episode we went and poked around in a trial chamber for a little bit, found some weakness potions, managed to get ourselves a few villagers, and started setting up a small little iron farm. And since then we've gotten a few more villagers. We managed to get a mangrove sapling, got a few more logs of that, and we have a trader on the wall. Excuse me, sir. Can you please come back here? I would really like to see what you've got. Do you have another sapling for me? Got enough emeralds for it? Please. Small drip leaf. The answer is no. Well, it was worth a shot. But with those villagers in, I'm thinking it's probably about time we start working on the last piece of our little base here. And that is going to be this building right back here. Oh no, if we're going to do a full building, we could just do some pens. And that's because this is going to be where we're going to move all of our sheep in. Might actually make it a full building. That way we can put this in as a farm. But for that, we've got a few leads. Oh, we've got this bundle here that I've been using just to stick a few small things in that we're not really using. So we can actually probably put those in there. Yep, there we go. But we can start by taking down this fence post out here. I have to get some grass in there eventually, which just wait for it to grow as we do the groundwork. But we need to start getting our sheep that we've got scattered about the island in. Got the light blue, we've got a blue one. I think we've got a gray one somewhere. I don't quite remember where all we have these, but I know where the light blue one is because we tied it up. I know roughly where the blue one should be, actually. But we need to get our sheep in here. We need to get something set up to keep them contained. Maybe set up a small little farm. And from there. So, I'm going to track down where the rest of these things are, and then I'll be back. Alright, so we've managed to wrangle all of our sheep we have into our pen. We actually got a couple more. We have a lime and a green sheep over here as well. And I started playing around with a floor idea. Now, this isn't going to be in this section here. It's actually going to have grass. Kind of like this, I'm thinking. Wonder if we actually put this all on one level. If we can get the sheep to not eat all of it. It would be helpful if we just put fences. I hope fences work. But we've also gone and done a lot of trading with our villagers, so we now have a nice Silk Touch diamond pickaxe from our toolsmith. And the iron farm works, mostly. We've got a few problems with golems spawning not in the water, but it mostly works. We've gotten a decent amount of iron here, so we've already traded up quite a bit, and we've already got 34 there. We need to go and create up a system so we can actually pull all the stuff out of our hopper. But how much have we got in there? If I can actually open the hopper and not hit one of the signs. 20 in there. Okay. So it's definitely doing really, really well. We need a better escape plan from here. Right now we've got that leafed over just so we can keep the golems from spawning down here. Not too concerned about that side over there because it's not a very big area. But they're definitely spawning on the walls and everything else. And we kind of need to stop that eventually. But for now, it technically works. And again, we've gotten a decent amount of iron. But we need to get this area here set up so we can actually get this in. So what I'm thinking is we're going to have these 2 blocks out here. These 2 blocks on the edge of the barn are both going to be grass. I originally planned to do the entrance here because that's where the path is. But we'll see. With where the iron farm is, it'd be kind of difficult for us to kind of make a branch of the path to put it on that side. And there's not really enough room on the other side of the farm. Might be that we end up doing the sheep this way and we kind of wrap it all the way around. I don't know. Something I have to play around with. Don't think we're going to do this as an automatic farm though, just because there's not really enough space here to do that. And I don't foresee us really needing wool outside of path marking out and sorted other marking out stuff as well. Which, while we were busy getting all that set up and getting the iron farm set up, we got a few more trees. So we now have cherry and spruce growing out here. Also got birch and acacia as well. So that guy's just got spruce. We grabbed some pumpkin seeds from him as well. Since we now have a bunch of iron, we can trade to our goldsmith, and that is going to get us a lot more emeralds a lot faster. Especially once we actually get it, so we can actually grab the iron a lot easier. But we're not working on that project right now. That'll be at some point later. Instead, we have a barn to build. So I'm going to kind of figure out how we're going to arrange this. It's going to be interesting doing this with the sheep in here, so we may end up having to move the sheep back out. But we'll do our best. Should have plenty of our hay bales, especially since now we're getting our emeralds from iron, not selling wheat. So that should definitely help. And mangrove wood. Wanted to use the mangrove wood in here because we just got it, and I didn't feel like it fit well going as the posts or the wood itself, since everything else here is the oak. And if I wasn't going to put it in the building's walls, might as well go and put it in the floor. We have a golem walking around on our fence. Oh well, we'll deal with him later. So, I'm going to figure out the design for this, figure out how we're going to put all the sheep pens in, and get those set up, or at least get the grass in for that. And then I'll be back. Alright, so these are all of our sheep pens here. We've only got 13 of them because of how we have this arranged. If I were to put the door on either side, it would only boost it up by one, so not really worth it. If we really, really wanted to, we could squeeze the rest into the sides. But I did this way so we had easy access to all of the sheep. We do need to replace the fence in the front with a fence gate so we can actually get in to collect the wool. But for right now, this will work quite nicely, at least keeping them contained. Now this one here is turned sideways just because I think it fits a little bit better with the shape of the building. I could have done this as a double-sized pen. I think that would look a little weird. Same with putting the fence posts right along the edge here. I don't know. I like this a little bit better. But I am liking how this kind of enters in the side here, and then we have all of these. But again, since we have 13, that means we're going to have 3 colors that we can't put in here. I think those are probably going to be gray, magenta, and I have to figure out what the last one is. So, it's not that big of an issue. I don't really use all of those colors. I think 13 colors should be more than enough for marking out anything we're going to be doing out here. So, I think that should be fine. Actually, I think that these 7 should be fine for marking anything that we need out here. But we have space for more sheep. Just gives us more colors to work with. And all in all, I'm quite happy with how this is turning out. Now, one thing I'm not sure of is if I want to put the grass under the front row of fences here, or if I want to keep the center pattern here going under there. Very much tempted to keep the center under the fence posts here, just because I really like how this looks. And I think that that will look a little bit better. And besides, if the grass underneath the fence posts here stays grown and the sheep don't eat it, well, then that will work just fine in keeping the grass growing through here. We're going to have to definitely put a bunch of lights through here. That way the grass keeps growing. But all in all, I like how this is turning out here. So, I'm going to go get these sheep into their pens once the grass has grown a little bit more, get this floor in, and start raising up the walls a little bit. And then I'll be right back. All right, so we've got the entire barn in now, and I think it's okay. I need to play around with the overhang of the roof here. I'm not a big fan of how these eaves look, but all in all, I think it's okay, actually. I do like how it overhangs here on the opposite side here. I'm gonna play around with some of the stuff on the edge here, though, but I like how this has turned out here. I originally had it without this extra section here on the end. I think that that looks so much better than just having the flat wooden posts. It just adds a lot more depth, and I am kind of liking having the little bits here that are one block in. I think that looks great. It really works kind of well with the wall right next to the edge there. But if we go inside, you'll see that we have all of our sheep here. Got all of the colors we were planning on getting. The third one that I could not remember was brown, because I was figuring that we could not get brown because we needed cocoa beans, except, well, if we walk out here, we have a brown sheep. So we'll find some place to stick that brown sheep. Need to probably give it a proper little farm area. Maybe we'll build a little barn somewhere out here and put a proper little farm or something. I don't know, put some cows, some sheep, or at least the other three sheep, and some chickens, some pigs. I don't know. Something to play around with, something to think about. And as you can see, we've slowly been marking out more and more stuff here with paths. As we've been getting more wool, the sheep in the barn have been doing quite well. Got some stuff marked out in lime and cyan. And we've even got where we're going to put the bridge to the next island marked out in purple. So that's going to be over here. Definitely need to do some terraforming around this place. Definitely need to get some groundwork and stuff in. I don't think we're going to do the coarse groundwork that we've got inside our house here. All the coarse dirt and the gravel and such. I don't think we're going to do that all over the island. I think that's going to be only in the Stony Shores area here. And we'll have to figure out a proper tree to go in there. Something scraggly. I think that'll fit really well. But the grassy area here, I'm not quite sure. Unfortunately, we didn't get any saplings from our spruce tree. It only had 9 leaves and none of them dropped one. So we're back to the drawing board on getting spruce, which would have been nice with our silk touch pick, get some podzol, put that around the place. But we'll make do with what we've got. That's the entire point of this area, is making do with what we've got for what we're building. But quite happy with how these work. And it's not the most efficient thing because it's not even automated. I decided to go with mangrove for the doors as well. Just add a splash of color. There's no doors on any of these other buildings here. And I wanted something to contrast with our little copper doors that we've got there. And, well, mangrove works. It kind of fits the barn. And I just like how that turned out. But basically, just go, we shear our sheep, open a gate, walk in, grab our wool. And then pretty much what I've been doing is I've been walking out to the front here and just slowly marking out the stuff that we're going to need to put in. But all in all, I am really, really happy with how this is turning out. Now, one thing that we definitely need to do is we definitely need to go and organize all of our storage around here, because it's getting kind of difficult to find stuff in our chests in the main room of our house here. All 3 of these are full. That's full of cobblestone. And, well, we've got a few chests here. As you can see, I've started labeling stuff. So we've got our saplings, our wood, our stone, our cobblestone. This is just currently assorted stuff till we can actually get a proper system set up in here. I think we're just going to go manual storage down here. I think that's probably going to be the best. And as you can see, we've started kind of marking out and decorating a few things down here. We've put in where we're going to put a wall here. So we're going to take out this automatic fish farm or semi AFK fish farm, put it somewhere else. We'll move our dripstone and stuff somewhere else. You can see we've got stairs here. Kind of decorate our mine entrance a little bit. We need to get stairs all the way through there as well. And we've got carrots. We actually got a zombie to drop carrots. So we have more than just wheat now. I think we're going to switch this area out to carrots, at least until we get potatoes or something like that. Because I am liking having our little food space down there. We definitely need more fish, so we need to go fishing again. Either that or we need to zombify our farmer and get our golden carrots. But for that, we need gold, and unfortunately, gold has been a little difficult to find right now. So I think that for now, we're just going to keep kind of working on getting the rest of this upper area here in, getting the rest of our villagers set up, and just gathering up more wool to mark out more of our paths and water features and pretty much everything else around here. So, I'm going to be here shearing our sheep, trying to keep them from escaping their pens, and just slowly marking out our plans and figuring out what I want to do around here. So, with that, I would like to thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like and consider subscribing if you want to see more of what is going on this island and in the rest of this world. And I will catch you all in the next one. Goodbye.